Of course, we are all afraid of being infected as well. But we have to carry on doing our job because this is our duty to the nation.
I was serving in Hospital Ipoh in the surgical department previously, but just called to Hospital Sungai Buloh. I am currently serving in their COVID ward.
So how are things like at the hospital right now?
Work is still alright, it's manageable with the numbers that we have now, but patient loads are increasing. So I will work morning shift, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's the official working hours, of course, with the Passover and all that. Usually it will go on to 14 to 15 hours. And the next day I'll do my night shift. After finishing my night shift at 9 a.m., I got that day off. And then the next morning I'll continue with my morning shift again. So it has been challenging so far. I don't feel so tired yet, but I can imagine those who have been doing it for the past 2 months now. They have been working every day, almost every day without rest.
So there was one of these days when it was really warm and I was in charge of examining the patient and also taking some samples. I felt quite dizzy. So what I did was I actually took my temperature, and the thermometer actually showed 40 degrees Celsius, and that was really dangerous. I completed my task at hand and I requested for my friend to swap in with me. By the time we removed the suit, most of us were drenched from top to bottom. Some of us were even able to squeeze water out of our scrubs.
Those who did not originate from Klang Valley, they have to look for accommodation in such a short notice. They have to leave their families. Some were still breastfeeding women. So yeah, it was a very tough process. But then I think everyone realized the situation and the need to come and relieve the burden of the healthcare workers here.
I would be lying if I said there was no fear at all, because as you know, there are a lot of healthcare workers who have already been infected by the virus.
All of us would be worried to go home from work and to bring back any virus to families and all.
We have already been taking steps to make sure that our families are protected, including sleeping in different rooms. Some of my colleagues are sleeping in a different house altogether.
A lot of them miss their children very much, and yet they cannot see them. They can only WhatsApp and also FaceTime their loved ones.
Morale is quite kind of low, but what we do is we work together as a team to overcome this sort of difficulties. Some of us received an email saying that this would be the last contract for ourselves. That led us to a lot of worry and concerns, because what happens after the 2 years?
There's no clear guideline on how long we would serve and what would be our fate after this. Would we get a continuation of contract, or we have to continue to serve in the same place, or we would be shifted and relocate again, So there are a lot of uncertainties among junior doctors. That's why I'm hoping that KKM can see our effort, that we are doing our best to serve at this moment, and would not forget about us after this ends. Because a lot of us have a dream, to continue serving in our respective fields, but then without a permanent position in KKM, we are unable to do so. It's a privilege to serve. I think it's the original goal of studying medicine.
We are all afraid of being infected as well, but we have to carry on doing our job because this is our duty to the nation.
I think if everyone do their own social responsibility, be at home, practice good hygiene, and we are doing our best in screening, treating, and also isolating, I think it will flatten the curve. So do not need to panic. I think we are still alright.